Namaste. Life moves in cycles. It's not linear. And often we can glean a lot of great wisdom from nature around us about these cycles and get inspiration and even wisdom through which we can live our lives and use them as a touchstone. And being present to the cycles of the moon, the luminary, the beautiful moon, can be a really great source of wisdom that has been really used as a compass internally, psychologically, spiritually, and from a humanitarian perspective since time immemorial. So the full moon, what's the deal with the full moon? So scientifically what's happening in a full moon is that the sun and the moon are directly opposite one another. The moon is always shining and reflecting the sun's light. So when they're opposite, the sun is here and the moon is here, the sun is able to reflect fully onto the moon and the moon appears full, quote unquote, because it's completely encompassing all the light. So when there are these two opposites, astrologically in the Western perspective of astrology, there are opposite signs, so to speak. So whenever the sun is in one sign, the moon is in its quote unquote opposite sign. And so it's an opportunity to explore opposite energies, seemingly that are actually complementary within ourselves. So for example, if the sun is in Aquarius, the sign in Western astrology of Aquarius, the moon is automatically in the sign Leo. If the sun is in the sign Scorpio, the moon is automatically in the sign Taurus. If the sun is in Libra, the moon is in Aries. If the sun is in Virgo, the moon's in Pisces. So these are the flows. And of course, then it's the opposite when the opposite sign is in the opposite luminary. And so it's a beautiful time to do shadow work. It's a really potent time to release patterns. When we do shadow work, we're revealing the light on the unseen places. So just like the sun reveals all the unseen places on the moon when it's full, we can do shadow work, which is essentially aspects of ourselves and our lives that we consciously or unconsciously keep hidden or are hidden because we can't see them ourselves. And when we do deep internal work and practices, then that uncovering of the shadow starts to be able to be known. And those patterns and conditioning and things we suppress and hide and things we don't even really see about ourselves start to become revealed. And then we can work to help manage, align, and when appropriate, release them. Sometimes it's alchemizing them. Sometimes it's up-leveling them. So that is the encapsulated download on the full moon. In the yoga tradition and many other wisdom traditions, there is this understanding that the full moon is a time to begin to release the things that are no longer serving us. So the full moon is that waxing culmination of seeing and bringing to light that which we're looking towards refining and even pruning out and letting go of that is no longer serving us. And then from the full moon to the new or dark moon, it's called, it's a time to then work on the process of letting go. So I hope that's helpful. Thank you so much for being with me. And start to check out the moon patterns in the sky and check out when it's the full moon and start to sync up your psyche and your life with these practices and notice how much growth you can experience. It happens every month. Let me know how it goes as always. Namaste.